We've all heard of San Francisco and Silicon Valley, but in between those two iconic locations is a neighborhood most people don't know. It has miles of shoreline and near-perfect weather. Burlingame is the Peninsula neighborhood that hugs the widest part of the San Francisco Bay. Both sunrises and sunsets can be seen here over the water. This neighborhood of 31,000 is truly a hidden gem. The bay and the ocean and the mountains combine to create microclimates throughout the San Francisco Peninsula. These microclimates are among the most diverse in the world. Virtually every neighborhood on the peninsula has its own climate. A blanket of clouds usually coats the mountains, which cools the surrounding area. This is especially true for the western half of San Francisco, where it's pretty cold and cloudy throughout the summer. Burlingame is located just south of where the clouds break and just north of where the summers get hot. It's a climate sweet spot. Not a single month in Burlingame has an average temperature above 72 degrees. Cool, misty mornings are cleared and warmed as the sun rises. Throughout most of the year, afternoon temperatures are in the 70s. When the sun falls, the temperature drops. Evenings are crisp and pleasant, even during the peak of summer. Springtime here is astonishing. The flowers open in a seemingly endless variety of colors. Some of the flowers look like popcorn. Walking the streets here is a sensory feast. You'll pass walls of flowers releasing powerful aromas, and houses that are immaculately landscaped. Purple is one of the native colors of the region. You see it everywhere. Even the weeds growing in your backyard flower in purple. There's an almost alien quality to the beauty here. Because of its abundant sunlight and open space, its easy access to extraordinary natural beauty, the thriving local economy, and the near-perfect weather, Burlingame is a neighborhood you won't want to leave. Burlingame offers a unique blend of easy access to urban life and wild beauty. The bay is an easy walk or a 5-minute drive. The beaches of Muscle Rock and Pacifica are a 25-minute drive. And these are not Joe Beach. This is far from the Jersey Shore. Its dark sand, big waves, and powerful undercurrent make for a dramatic experience. Facing west, the sun falls into the open ocean. Burlingame is a 40-minute drive to Presidio, one of the more jaw-dropping locations in the United States. The miraculous splendor of the sun is on full display here. Ocean, mountains, and redwoods. The tallest trees in the world are found along the California coast. Redwood forests are scattered throughout the peninsula. These trees are ancient. Some of them are around 1,800 years old, so they've been around for almost 2 millennia. There's a greatness in the presence of these trees. Their root systems spread out hundreds of feet, wrapping around and supporting each other. There's an uplifting sense of life supporting life here. There are towering redwoods throughout Burlingame, in backyards and common spaces. Early Burlingame branded itself as the city of trees. Its residents loved eucalyptus and evergreens. They planted them along the railroad and on market streets. In 1913, the mayor promised to arrest anyone who tried to trim the trees along El Camino Real. Many of the trees here flower in brilliant colors and release strong fragrances throughout most of the year. You can pick some of their fruit while walking down the sidewalk. The landscaping in Burlingame is beautiful, but it's surpassed by its neighbor, Hillsborough. Aesthetically, Hillsborough is one of the nicer neighborhoods you'll ever see. The quality of the foliage growing on the slanted land lit up by the golden sunlight is remarkable. There's a grandeur to the homes perched on the hills with open views of the mountains and water and eucalyptus and redwood trees. It's a neighborhood that definitely makes an impression. But a lot of Hillsborough's strengths are also weaknesses. The steep hills bring in abundant light, but they also make it hard to go on an easy walk. It has winding roads and long stretches with no sidewalks. It's nice to be able to go on an easy neighborhood stroll without worrying about getting hit by a car. It also has strict zoning laws that don't allow for any buildings of commerce, so there are no market streets. This makes the entire neighborhood nice and quiet, but also means you have to get in the car and drive into Burlingame or San Mateo to get food or coffee. It's nice to be able to take a quick walk to get some pizza or some farmer's market peaches. In Burlingame, you can easily do this. Burlingame is the go-to shopping and dining spot for most Hillsborough residents. The market centers in Burlingame are first-rate. Michelin-starred restaurants are next to delicious cafes and an eclectic variety of stores. There's a farmer's market twice a week, and the Chipotle is only minutes away. Burlingame is a 10-minute drive to the San Francisco airport. You can watch the planes land over the bay. There's no humidity here, so there's barely any bugs. It has easy access to city life, to Silicon Valley, the Pacific Ocean, the ancient redwood forests. The problem with spending time in Burlingame is you just don't really want to go anywhere else.